Hey, what's up, guys? It's the middle of the night, and I'm uh, doing what nerds do at night, which is looking at Tumblr and Netflix. And I just saw that Netflix now has extreme dinosaurs and street sharks. Now, if you didn't grow up in the 90s like me, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But basically, street sharks and extreme dinosaurs are products of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because when TMNT got really big, all the like toy makers and cartoon producers went crazy and were like, "Oh my God, we have to make more anamorphic animals." And like put them out and make kids buy toys, and it totally worked. Because I remember I had the Street Sharks and I had the Extreme Dinosaurs, and I was all about it. And I used to like wait and watch all those shows, and they were absolutely terrible. They weren't very good shows, but I decided just to revisit them a little bit because they're on Netflix, and what else am I doing with my life? So I start watching, and I really start getting into both of these shows, and I forgot how much I love them, and it just made me think how many cartoons kids are missing out on today because the Saturday morning thing isn't really what it used to be. There's no longer like 7 blocks of Saturday morning cartoons that happen, so they aren't like mass producing these cartoons all willy nilly. They don't even like make cartoons out of random movie properties like they used to. Like I guarantee you that if all the movies that came out today came out in like the 1990s, there would be cartoon series, and they would probably be awesome. Like Harry Potter, Harry Potter would without a doubt have made the most awesome Saturday morning cartoon series of all time. Like there's no way they could get that wrong. And even if they got it wrong, it would probably still be awesome to the kids watching it. Because I watched Hammerman, and I thought that was sweet. So I can only imagine how freaking amazing a Harry Potter Saturday morning cartoon would be. And then I just start thinking, like, what else would they have done if they were still selling out and making cartoons and toys out of every possible thing they could? And you know who else would have a cartoon right now? As much as you hate him? Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, the animated series. He'd have magic powers, he'd fly around, and he'd be able like to dazzle people with his teeth, and it would probably be really entertaining. And as much as I'd probably be like, oh, I hate Justin Bieber, I probably would love his show. Because it'll probably be really smartly written. And I'm just saying, like, there's so much potential for cartoons that they're wasting. Hannah Montana could have a show. Lady Gaga would have a show. Oh my gosh, Lady Gaga, the animated series. How freaking amazing would that be? Like, as weird as she is, I could easily see them turning her into this, like, crazily, like interesting cartoon character. Like, she's like a little girl, and she, like, is really like kind of like made fun of all the time, but then she goes and blows into a special ring and becomes like the Gaga and has all these powers and stuff and has to save the world, and nobody knows because the rest of the time she's just this nerdy little girl that everyone ignores. But whenever she blows into her ring, she becomes like this amazing like girl that does awesome things. And I just wish they'd bring that back. And I know everybody's like, well, they're just trying to sell toys. Who cares? If they weren't trying to sell toys, we wouldn't get the Transformers. If they weren't trying to sell toys, we wouldn't have Thundercats. If they weren't trying to sell toys, they wouldn't have given us He-Man. And they wouldn't have brought He-Man back. And they probably wouldn't have taken him away because actually the last series was doing really, really well on the air. But the toys weren't selling, so they got rid of it. They made a new He-Man, for those that don't know. And it just makes me really sad that kids nowadays are missing out on all that. And they don't even know what they're missing. They don't know that there used to be cartoons made of everything. And were all awesome to us. And then we get older and found out they kind of sucked. Like, I watched Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck is still awesome. Darkwing Duck is like, it holds up, man. It is freaking great. But then I watched another cartoon, and I found out that I had poor taste as a child, and I don't know why I ever loved this property. So much so that I'm choosing to decline to name what it is. And I want you to try to guess what cartoon was awesome when I was a kid, but totally sucks and doesn't hold up over time. And just for reference, I was born in 1984. So any cartoon that happened between 1987 and 1997 is fair game. Let's do that.